Apparently, we lost internet. It went out. We're back now.
This story is about Brandon.
Brandon Isabel. Because the previous live cut off toward the end of our update on Brandon Isabel and background on Brandon
Let's see
Isabel.
if anybody comes
we'll
back.
just do the Brandon Isabel thing all over again from the start, and that is
Hold on.
that.
Let's just wait. I'm sorry about this. To anybody gonna watch this on the replay? This, we're just gonna see. There we are.
There, we're back. Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, so we're just gonna start the Brandon Isabel thing over again because we're both kind of a now, and so we didn't want to just start it where we left it off. That we'll just
Brandon Isabel.
start it over again.
We are going to start at the beginning.
So Brandon Isabel, Danielle Hoyle, and Artesia Stewart were three young people who all worked at a FedEx center. And Brandon started dating both women, and Danielle got pregnant. Brandon favored Isabel. Brandon favored Artesia Stewart over Danielle Hoyle, though, and so they kind of split up. And Danielle was going through a pregnancy. Artesia wasn't liking the fact that Brandon was possibly bringing a baby mama into their
love triangle.
Yeah, this love triangle, and she didn't want to raise someone else's kid or anything like that, which sounds a lot like what happened in the Chris Watts case. And yeah, you're right, it's very like the Chris Watts case. And what happens is that while Danielle is in labor with the baby, Brandon is at the hospital with her, frantically texting with Artesia, trying to get her to not leave him because she's like, no, I can't do this. You should just do the daddy thing, and I'm done with you. And he's like, no, I don't even know if the kid's mine. So she buys him a DNA test so that he can find out whether the kid is his or not. Meanwhile, he goes home, and then when Danielle leaves the hospital with their baby girl, Kennedy, she goes home, she lives with her mom, and her mom only got to spend 1 hour with that precious grandbaby. They did their photo ops and dressed the baby up in the cutest outfit with this little hat, a very distinctive little hat, which comes into play. Then Brandon calls Danielle and says he's had a change of heart. He's ready to man up, and he wants to meet her, see her and the baby, and then he's bought things for the baby, including clothing. And so she's like, okay, Mom, I'm going to go out for a while. I'm bringing baby Kennedy to go see her daddy, and he's bought us stuff. And so the mom's like, okay. And Danielle leaves the house. Well, she's on the way to meet Brandon at a Mapco. Brandon then contacts her and says that the plans have changed and he wants to meet her at a different location, which just so happens to be a secluded, deserted street with no street lamps and no security cams or anything going on, so that it was a very secluded place. Nothing would be caught on camera. But Danielle, being a new mom and wanting to have a proper family for her baby girl, goes there anyway. And she's sitting in her car, baby Kennedy in the back seat, parks there. Brandon shows up, goes up on the passenger side of the vehicle and shoots through the vehicle, hits Danielle in the head and the neck, and shatters the window, and there's bullet holes in the side of the car. And he goes and he callously drags Danielle out of the car, getting her blood on his socks and his Adidas slides in the process, and drags her and it's raining, and he drags her and he deposits her into a ditch face down in the muddy water and lets her just bleed out there. Well, he goes back to the car and takes the car seat out of the back seat of Danielle's car, puts the car seat into his car, drives to his house where he lives with his parents, and he takes off those Adidas slides and he goes in the house and he changes his clothes, all the while the baby's still in her car seat in the back seat of his car. He gets back in his car and he's talking to Artesia on the phone, begging her to take him back and stuff, and probably giving her some BS about it not being his baby or something. And then he goes and drives over alongside the Mississippi River, and he is seen on cameras in the neighborhood and everything. They've got all on there. He's driving up and down that street, back and forth, making his decision. And at the same time that that's happening, a police officer goes and checks out that deserted street, because quite often people steal cars and leave them there. And he goes there, and sure enough, there's a car sitting there. He runs the plates, gets back with Danielle's address, sends a squad car over to her house to see whether this car's been reported stolen. He hasn't gotten out of his car yet because it's raining.
Of course.
And the cop that goes to the house finds out there's no Danielle at the house, but Danielle's mom is there, and she explains that Danielle had left the house sometime earlier in the night and that she was going to go meet her baby daddy, that she had a 2-day-old infant with her, and it wasn't like her to be gone this long without contacting her. So she's concerned. So is the officer, because, the first officer hasn't said anything about seeing a woman or a baby there. So he gets back to the guy at the car, and the cop at the car then decides to do a look-see, and then he notices the broken windows and the bullet holes, and he looks around and he finds the trail that goes to the ditch. He gets to the ditch and finds Danielle deceased, face down in the muddy water, having bled out right there. And he goes back to the car, frantic. There's no baby, there's no car seat, there's just a diaper bag with Kennedy's name on it. So now there is a missing baby. So they put out an alert for the missing baby. It's all hands on deck. They're looking for the missing baby. And at the same time, they're looking, of course, for the father of this missing baby and trying to locate him. Meanwhile, what's he doing? Well, he's been driving up and down that street alongside the Mississippi River, and then he does the unthinkable. He parks his car near a boat ramp. He takes the baby out of the car seat and carries her by her foot, goes to the river's edge and hurls her in, all caught on video. And then he leaves, and the only sign of what he has done there is her little distinctive hat from her photo ops earlier in the day is laying there abandoned on the riverbank. Brandon then keeps talking to Artesia, trying to patch things up with her, wanting her to take him back. And he goes to a Walgreens where he buys her presents. And then he drives to a Walmart where he goes behind the Walmart and is caught on video, of course, dumping Kennedy's car seat out of his car over to behind the store next to the dumpster. Then he talks to Artesia on the phone, and he gets her to agree to meet him at her house. So she pulls up at her house. He's already there. His car's already parked there. And before she can even turn her car off, he goes and jumps in the passenger seat, tells her, go, 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 go. We got to go. Cops are looking for me. Danielle's gone missing. And so she's like, okay. And then she drives him back to his house where cops are waiting. And the two of them are taken custody. And during questioning, at first Brandon's saying he doesn't know anything. And then out of the blue, he tells the cops that he shot Danielle. And, they haven't told him that Danielle's been shot or anything. He just offers that information. So then they ask him, "What about baby Kennedy? What happened to baby Kennedy?" And so he tells them that he left Kennedy at the boat ramp in her car seat. So they rush over there, and of course, no car seat, no baby, baby's hat by the riverbank. And then as the investigation unfolds, eventually they see the footage. He's tossed the baby in the Mississippi, and he's on trial now. This is the third day of trial. We got to hear the confession, and I'm not sure what his defense is going to be. Artesia obviously is his ex-girlfriend, and she testified also. And the cops did find, when they searched his car over at Artesia's house, they found those slides with the blood on them. And they, when he was questioned at the cop station, they took his socks because they could see blood on them. And the blood on the socks and the blood on the slides matched Danielle's blood. But this is an ongoing trial, and I will let you know what happens and what possible defense he tries to put up there. But, it's all there. There's a confession. It's caught on video. What do you think's going to happen?
Well, he confessed to the police, and those officers are going to go to court. And they were in there today, were they not?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let us know what you think about this horrible story. Anybody wants to talk about anything else, jump it in the comments section. Smash that like button.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go ahead and get out of here and let you carry on.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and
we had a good stream going earlier. We had some viewers in there, and for some reason the silly internet quit.
Our internet went out, and that was crazy. So anyway, we're definitely going to come back on tomorrow. We're going to try to do one during the day. I'm not sure exactly what time of day. Probably
afternoon.
Probably in the afternoon, Mountain Time afternoon. And then we'll do one at night again. We like doing the nighttime ones, and we'll try to be on between around 9 or 9:30 for the nighttime one tomorrow.
Nighttime videos here, they usually have a classic true crime. That's what we're trying to do at the end. You don't have anything on deck about Barry or Suzanne?
Not at the moment. But if you guys want to go ahead and say in the comments
question and answer.
What of our, we'll do question and answers now, and also do you want us to tomorrow for our tomorrow night show? Do you want us to bring up any of our previous cases, or would you like to talk about Barry, or both, or what exactly would you like? Because we like this being interactive. We like talking with you guys, and we like bringing you what you want to see.
On here now.
Yeah.
I think everybody else got mad at us for losing our stream.
Yeah.
So sorry about that.
So our core audience. Sorry about it breaking earlier, guys. And we will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.